Hey guys, it is week 27 and I look a little blah because we went on an Easter egg hunt this morning, so needless to say we are all hot and a bit sweaty, but that's cool. So yeah, you know what 27 weeks means? It means that I am in my third trimester. Yes, I know some people don't start the third trimester until they're in their 29th week or their 28 weeks completed. And I'm 27 weeks completed and in my 28th week. But that's how my doctor's office does it. And that's how my what to expect when you're expecting does it. They do it by pure math. Divide 40 weeks by 3 and you get, what, Kyle? 13 and a third times 2 is 26 and what? 26 and something. So 27 weeks is 2 trimesters down. So I'm super excited. I think that is vaguely ridiculous. I don't know. I just like can't believe it. Hi. You want to come here? You want to see him? Oh. Say hi.
Mama. Mama.
That's Mama. There's a picture and she always is like, Mama. Alright, Mama's going to do her vlog, okay? May I have a kisses? Real hey Sophia, can you say Easter Bunny? Easter Bunny! Oh, that's so cute. It's so cute when you say it. Did you see the Easter Bunny this morning? Yeah? Was he nice? Nice? Did you get Easter eggs? Eggs. Can you say awesome? Awesome! Was he amazing? You gotta say, was he amazing? Say amazing. That? You want to touch that? Touch. Oh, touch. You can't touch it really though because it's a touch screen. You'll mess something up. Can you say, was your candy delicious? Well, you can't hear you with your fingers in your mouth. She's getting her third molar. Okay, so yeah, like I said, that was much cuter earlier. When we got home from the Easter egg hunt, I was like, oh, it's hot. So I like put on like a tank top and needless to say, I got more comfortable. Plus we're just painting today. We're doing the nursery today. So, yeah. All right, I wrote a list. So, third trimester, blah, blah. Okay, so the pelvic pain thing, it's just continued. I think my pelvis is pretty much gonna be sore the rest of my pregnancy. That's what I'm thinking. Hey, careful. She ate a lunch of candy. She's been sick. So that's kind of, but you know, honestly, I felt like I was telling Kyle, I was like, it still hurts, but it feels a little better. I don't know if maybe I'm just like coping with it better or if it is just better. I don't know. But it's not a big deal. Not fun. And then that sciatic, is that how I say it, honey? Okay. Sorry. We were interrupted. But anyway, I'm having sciatic nerve pain. That's started, so it's like kind of in my back. And that's so typical with pregnancy, it's ridiculous. Okay, so that's kind of begun, and that is not my favorite thing. I had that so bad with Sophie. If I laid flat on my back, like on the floor or something. Yes, ma'am. All right. I'm having lots of interruptions today. What was I even talking about? Okay, but yeah, that sciatic nerve pain, I had it with Sophie. It's not fun. If I lay flat, like on a floor, like on the floor with Sophie, like next to Sophie or something, not on a bed. A bed, it seems fine, a soft surface, but oh my gosh, it's like I can't even get up off the floor because it hurts so bad. Like that pressure. And so I get the giggles about it because it's either laugh or cry because it hurts so bad. I'll be like, oh no! And Kyle's always like, okay, okay. And you can't just like pull me up because it just hurts worse. So I'm like a turtle and I have to like rock to my side, like get on my side and then get up. And then as soon as I get up and it takes the pressure off, I'm like, okay, all right guys, I'm gonna be okay. Yeah, not fun. Not fun pain. Then, oh, I started swelling this week. I've had like a touch of swelling before, but not really anything until this week. And I think really it's the heat and I did a lot. Over the weekend I was out, we were out walking around a lot with some friends when we went to visit them in Austin. And I got a little swollen and that was like the first time I've really been like, And then this week I was working on the trim in the nursery. And I kind of worked on it all day. And then I went out shopping with my sister-in-law for about an hour and a half and we were just on our feet. after doing that all day. And then the next day, like I was really sore that night, like, and normally I wouldn't be that sore. So, I mean, it's a pregnancy thing, but I was definitely really sore that night. But then the next day I got up and I felt like a little like blah, but I was like, I really need to go and at least do, if I don't do a full workout, I need to go be active. So Sophie and I walked to one of our neighborhood parks, and we walked, like, instead of pushing her in the stroller, like she walked too. So we walked all the way there and we played for a long time, and when I play with Sophie, like, I'm active. I actively play with her. So, you know, running around with her and, you know, climbing up the stairs and all that stuff. And then we walked all the way back and I was so sore and I was like, this is crazy. Like, you know, normally none of that would make me sore. But anyway, I definitely felt a little like blah afterwards. So I think I was overdoing it, which is funny because I wouldn't have considered that overdoing it, but I guess it is at this point. All right, you know, and the heat does not help because it's, you know, it's hot here. So that's about it for new symptoms. Yeah, it's a bunch of like just little aches and pains, but nothing horrible. You know, I just try to keep my feet up, and that helps. And I just have to remind myself that even though I feel like totally cool while I'm doing something, that I may pay the price later and be more sore than I would expect to be. Okay, so we had the 4D ultrasound and it was so fun. I'll put the video up later, but I don't have it yet because they're mailing us the DVD, so we don't have to wait for it. But it was really neat. It was cool to see him. He was, at the start of the ultrasound, his head was up high. Like, the ultrasound lady was like, whoa. I mean, it was like literally like up by my chest. Like, it was like right here, guys. His head was up here. No kidding. Like right here. I mean, up high. Like, even I was kind of like, really? It's like that high? And the lady was like, whoa, it really is. So he was just like totally standing up, I guess, for all extents and purposes. But he kept his little arm like by his face like the whole time. So we were kind of like, you know, but we still got some good shots. And one thing I was surprised about is that I definitely saw similarities to Sophie, between Sophie's ultrasound and his, but he also looked different. Like, it was different. Like, I thought they would look the exact same, and they didn't, you know? And of course it could be because of how they were so blah, blah, blah. But, you know, with Sophie, I got such good ultrasound pictures, 4D ultrasound pictures, and with him, you know, even with the arm, we've got some really good shots, and my fluid was crystal clear, so you could see everything really well. Probably because I drink water, like, it's going out of style. I'm always drinking water, and so I think that helps. But anyway, he looked different to me. I was like, oh, he's totally, like, he's different. I don't know, it was weird. And like I said, still similarities, but, like, he definitely had, Sophie's, like, she has these, like, you know, little pouty cupid lips that are just precious, and he definitely had those. And I was like, yay, but his nose looked different. So I was like, you know, different nose. And so anyway, it was really cool though. And then during the ultrasound, he totally went from being like this to, he turned and he was transverse, and I could feel him turning, and it was so weird, you guys, because his head was on my right side, and when the ultrasound lady would put the little probe right over his head, I mean, it almost hurt because he was pushing so hard with his little, I can feel his head right now. I can just feel his head. It's so weird. I could never do this with Sophie, ever. I just pushed where his head was, and then he kicked me. He was like, hey, stop it. I'm trying to sleep in here. Anyway, but it almost hurt because it was just like, there was no give, and it was weird. I was just like, oh my gosh, that's his head? And she's like, yeah, you know, feel it with your hands, and so you'll know. And sure enough, I felt, and it was just like this hard, round lump, like really hard, and I was like, it was just really neat. It was just so neat. Once again, I've said this before and I'll say it again, I am one of the people that, even with the aches and the pains and the all that stuff, I really enjoy being pregnant. I don't know if it's just because the whole thing is just such a miracle to me, or if it's just because I try to be positive in general, or just because my pregnancy is easier than some people who have to deal with a lot more crap than I do. But I just really like this, and stuff like that where I'm just like, wow, this is the neatest thing ever. But anyway, so he was totally transverse for the whole rest of the ultrasound, and he was so balled up too. We actually have an ultrasound picture of him where he has his hand and his foot is in his hand, like up by his face. And I'm just like, wow, really? It must be crazy to be that flexible. So you're like playing with your foot. Oh, and on the ultrasound, we saw him grabbing his umbilical cord and playing with it. So it was kind of funny, but at the same time, I was like, stop playing with that. It makes me nervous. And then she confirmed it was a boy for me because I was paranoid. And it was funny because as soon as she went down by the little, you know, private area, she was like, oh, it's a boy. And sure enough, I was like, whoa, yeah, that's totally a boy. I'll stop being paranoid. And so anyway, and she showed me again later on. Yeah, definitely a little boy. So I don't know, it's awesome. And so as you guys saw, we have his name, and so his name is going to be Grayson Alexander. As Kyle and I originally, we really liked names from U.S. presidents, names, you know, like Jackson and Grant and things like that. And so, but we loved the name Grayson too. As a lot of you know, that's why I've mentioned before, we're not going to keep the name a secret because a lot of you already know that that was our name choice for Sophie if she had been a boy. And that was from, I mean, you know, we found out Sophie was a girl before I was even 16 weeks pregnant. So before I was even 16 weeks pregnant with Sophia, who is now, you know, 19 months old, we pretty much decided on Grayson if she was a boy. So a lot of you already knew that, and so I wasn't going to, you know, keep it a secret. So now I'm really happy. I just think it's the perfect name. I think you guys know I was way stressing about naming him. I put a lot of pressure on myself for naming a baby because I think for some people it's so easy. They just have their favorite names and they love it and they make it fun. And for me, I was just like, I don't know, it's so much pressure. And I did the same thing with Sophia. And I absolutely love Sophie's name, her whole name. I'm just like, I love it. And now that's how I feel with this name. And so I know it was the right choice. And so anyway, it's not a presidential name, but it has that feel, Grayson Alexander Hale. Like, that sounds totally presidential and strong, and I love that. Like, we were going for that kind of feel. Just like for Sophie, we wanted her to have kind of a romantic name, you know, so Sophia Noel, and it's just, it's girly and romantic and just lovely. And so I am very happy. And let me just tell you, this past week or whatever, there were several times where I almost said his name to people and I was like, oh, wait, don't say it. So I'm already accustomed to that name. I think part of it's because even though I was having trouble naming him, I kind of always knew that that was going to be his name because that's, like I said, that's just the name we've liked since Sophia. And another reason that helped convince us that the name would work is we were always concerned that even though we really liked the name, that in real life it may not play out very well. But I have a friend on YouTube who named her son, who's only, I don't know, 5 months younger than Sophie. He's not that much younger than Sophie, but she named her son Grayson. And hearing her use his name in real life and videos made me feel more comfortable and made me realize that it works. I was like, yes, this name works in real life applications. And so it made me kind of love the name more. And so that helped in my decision as well. So yeah, there we go. I love it. So excited to just be like Grayson, Grayson, Grayson. And I just think Grayson and Sophia, they just work. It's just really neat. All right, and then last but definitely not least, listen to me, I'm selfish. We received 2 different gifts this week. And one of them came from, they sent it through a registry, so it came to the front door. And I was just like, when the guy showed up, it's this huge box, and I was like, what the heck? And I opened it up, and it was all wrapped, and I was like, oh, and a friend of mine on Facebook had sent it to us, and so I knew, and when I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, this is what she sent us, and so it was so hard not to open it. But yeah, Christina, I didn't open your gifts, so they're not opened. I'm saving them for the shower unless you give me permission to open them in advance, and then I will. And Kyle and I have this thing where we don't look at our registry, so we don't know what people, you know, what we're getting. So I have no idea what it is, but there are these 2 big, cute wrapped packages, and I'm like, what are you? So if I have your permission, I'll open them early, but if not, I'll save them for the shower. But thank you so much. I thought that was just unbelievably nice of her. And she's from California, her family, and I don't know, I just thought it was just really fun. And then my other friend, her and I actually, like, we chat on Facebook sometimes, but some of you probably already know her, but her name's Lisa, and her YouTube is 11 Lease Ag, and she sent us a package to our P.O. box, which I think it was sitting in the P.O. box for a couple of days. I'm so sorry, because Kyle and I forgot that we had a P.O. box. Like, we completely forgot. We signed up for one like a month ago and then promptly forgot. Like, I didn't even remember. And then she was like, please go check your P.O. box. And I was like, oh. So we finally went and checked it. And yeah, sure enough. It was really cute though. She got us this awesome card, which I thought was funny, and just wrote the sweetest things, like really personal too, about, you know, I don't know. And then she added Gig'em Aggies on the card, and my husband was an Aggie, and so's that's their team, her fiance. So anyway, but she got us this. Thank Heavens for Little Boys, which I thought was really cute. And this, which I love. Look at the little playing the drums. She said she got it because it like they're all playing instruments, and she's like, you called him a rock star. I thought that was so cute. Kyle really liked that one too. And it says Mommy's Little Rocker on it. So anyway, I thought that was awesome. And then this was like so sweet. So she also sent something for Sophie. She sent these little clips, and we're missing one because Sophie had to wear one already. But I thought they were really fun. And then she sent us a dress too, which I was going to show you. But as soon as Sophie saw it, oh wait, you saw her in the beginning of the video. That dress is from her and has butterflies on it. So Sophie was like, yes, she loves butterflies. Anyway, thank you ladies so much. It was really sweet of you, and that was fun to get. It was just so nice. So anyway, on that note, that's it for week 27. This is a really long vlog, you guys. Let me show you live action belly shot. See how round it is. Look at that. I can like see it. It's like a round ball. Okay guys, so that's it. That was my live action belly shot, and I'll show you the pictures too. We took those today, so they're technically 27 weeks in one day. Belly and pictures, but close enough. So anyway, alright, that's it you guys. I'll see you next week, and I think that's it for now. Yeah, alright, bye.